The Woodcutters Advise. "Can I help you?" the man asked kindly as he took a bundle of wood from his head. "I was passing with my bundle of wood, and I saw you here. Is there anything I can do for you?" "If you only could help me," said Big Mo. "What has happened to the little girl?" he asked. Mo showed him. "See the snake bite? It is the curse of the snakes. The spirits are angry." The woodcutter examined the wound closely. "It is a bad one," he said, shaking his head, "but I think there is still hope." "Tell me what to do," begged Mo. "I can't leave her here to die. I will do anything to save this child from the curse of the snakes." "First of all," said the woodcutter, "I do not believe in the curse of snakes or any of the false superstitions of the Savaras. I can see no help in the methods of treatment used by the charm doctor. I would first wash off the manure and ashes with clean water and then take her to the mission hospital as fast as you can. The man at the mission has wonderful magic for snake bites." "The mission?" echoed Mo in unbelief. Yet in his mind there seemed to be one flickering light of hope. "Are you sure?" The woodcutter did have an honest face. Surely he would not lie to him about so serious of a matter. "Yes," said the woodcutter, "I am sure. But I would hurry if I were you. There is no time to lose. Now, is there anything I can do for you? Cows to milk, perhaps, while you are gone." Suddenly Mo remembered the milk in the jars at home, ready to be taken to the village. "If you will take the milk to the village for me, I will pay you well. Kola takes care of the cows." Quickly he gave the woodcutter a few instructions and then started towards the pond with Dookie in his arms. Mo washed off the brown mixture of ash and manure that the charm doctor had applied. He bathed the girl's feverish face and arms in the cool water, and then he started through the village towards the Christian mission. Mo thought of the kind woodcutter's words, "Wonderful magic for snake bites. No time to lose." It was a long ways to the white buildings with red-tiled roofs. It was against his belief to go near the mission, but in this case, when he had tried everything he knew, he would defy the charm doctor. He would defy all the spirits and the devil gods. He would risk all the curses that might come upon him if he could only save the precious little one he had carried in his arms. People looked at him curiously as he hurried along. Dogs barked and chickens squawked as he made his way along the street. Skinny cats scuttled under bushes to get out of the path. The hot rays of the sun beat down upon him, but he did not seem to notice. Usually at that time of day the people of the village rested in the shade, but Mo did not take time to rest. It was a long ways up the winding road. He was weary and his muscles ached as perspiration ran down his forehead and his back. When he reached the mission, a kind lady met him at the door and listened to his story. "If the doctor will only help her with his wonderful magic for snake bites, I can't let the spirits take her from me. She is very dear to me." When the doctor arrived, he quickly gave orders to put the girl in the emergency room. "I will do all I can for her," said the doctor to Mo, "but you must first understand that I can do nothing of myself. It is only the aid of the great physician, the God in heaven, that I can achieve results." "But," began Mo, "the woodcutter said that you had magic, wonderful magic for snake bites. That is why I brought her here." "I understand, and I appreciate your confidence in me. It has taken a lot of courage to come here, for I know the attitude of the Savaras towards the mission." Tactfully, the doctor talked to Mo as he treated the snake bite. He asked and answered many questions. Big Mo stood by, watching, yet helpless in such a time. The doctor was not a big man, yet he seemed well able to care for those who came to him for help. Mo noticed the man's high forehead, his hair graying at the temples, his kind eyes behind the glasses, the dexterity of the hands as they worked on the little patient. Mo noticed that the doctor had slippers on his feet. This indicated that the doctor must be high caste, for only high caste people were permitted to wear shoes. The mission lady gently bathed the face of the unconscious girl. Then Mo listened silently as the doctor prayed to the great God in heaven. The mission lady bowed her head reverently, too. It was a simple prayer of faith and trust, asking the giver of life to restore health to the little one and take away the poison that had come into her body. There was no wild waving of hands, no dancing of the feet, no chanting in rhythm to rattling strings of bones and shells. After the prayer, Big Mo watched the doctor use the magic needle with the magic water that cured snake bites. The doctor explained to Mo how it worked. "Will it hurt her to put the needle in her leg?" Mo asked anxiously. "Does she see you with her eyes when you talk to her? Does she hear you with her ears?" Mo shook his head. "Then she will not feel the needle." Mo watched the magic water disappear out of the glass tube. "You have done well in raising the little girl," said the doctor. "She is clean and strong and healthy. The medicine can work much better because her heart is strong and she has good blood." Big Mo looked down at Dookie. She was no longer tossing and moaning. She lay still on the white bed. Suddenly Mo leaned forward, gripped the doctor on the shoulders with both hands, and said, "Is she dead? Tell me, is she dead? If you have killed her, I will crush the life right out of you with my bare hands." He said no more, for he looked into the eyes of the mission doctor. Something melted within Mo. His hands became limp and dropped to his sides. Fear clutched his heart, for he had dared to touch a Christian. Still, there was something in the eyes of the kind doctor that commanded respect and sympathy and love. "My friend, she is only sleeping," said the doctor. "The medicine is doing its work. Listen and hear her heart beating. Notice the even, normal breathing. When she wakes, she will talk to you as she did before it ever happened." Mo looked anxiously at Dookie. With all his heart he wanted to believe what the doctor was saying. "Are you sure?" he asked. "It is not a trick." "Touch her and see for yourself," said the doctor. Mo touched her face and watched the rise and the fall of the girl's chest in the regular rhythm of normal breathing. He was satisfied. "I will pay you whatever you ask," he said gratefully. "I will sell my cows. I will work for you. I will do anything. She means everything to me, for she is all that I have." We will talk about the pay at a later time. Just now, while we wait for the medicine to do the magic work, let us sit here and talk as brothers. Mo agreed. It would be good to rest, for he was very tired. "You are a good father, Mo," began the doctor. "I can see that you love her very much. Now let me tell you about the great God in heaven. He is our heavenly Father, and we are his children, you and I and this precious little girl. He loves each one of us even more than you could possibly love the little one. He watches over us. He guards us and protects us from harm. Sometimes he permits things to happen to us in order that we will change our ways. For example, this snake bite. Would you have come to me for help if you had not, as a last resort, realized that there was no other help? You see, God wanted you to come to the hospital so that you could learn of his great love for you. Do you now understand why it happened and why it is not a curse of the spirits?" The Heavenly Father wants us to come to Him with all of our troubles. He would take us in His loving arms and comfort us as you do this little girl. His love is so much greater than ours, even as your strength is greater than that of this little girl. Think it over, my friend. It is worthy of your consideration.